How to grow an Amazon FBA business in 2023. How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. In this video, I want to just go through what it actually takes and what you should think about to grow your Amazon FBA business. It's something that right when we got started out in this business model, we didn't really understand, what it would kind of look like from A to Z getting started. We had a lot of different questions. So I hopefully want to be able to answer a lot of those questions that you guys probably have before getting started in this business. I'm going to kind of break it down into 4 major parts. And the first part is going to be to get a mentor. Now, you can go on YouTube and you can probably find anyone that you can pay for mentorship. If you know someone that's doing it, obviously that's best case, if you can get a mentor free of charge. But I definitely think it's very, very important to get a mentor. It just speeds up the process so much on learning. We had a few mentors when we first got started, and we were grateful and lucky enough that we had a couple of people in the space that we knew that were doing it. But it just sped up the process so much. Whether we had to go and watch a ton of YouTube videos to figure out all the answers, or we had to just go trial and error and make a bunch of mistakes, it just cuts all that off. And you're able to learn so much quicker and get started a lot quicker as well. So I definitely think it's super important. I would do that first, is get a mentor, someone that you can just always ask questions, or something's going to pop up all the time and you want to be able to have someone you can ask a question and get a quick response so that you can then fix that problem you ran into. And then step number 2 would definitely be starting with OA, which is online arbitrage, if you guys don't know what that is. And basically a quick little recap of what OA is you're just going on retail websites, whether it's Walmart, whether it's Home Depot, whether it's Target, whatever it is, you're just finding products that you can buy for cheaper on there and then resell those on Amazon for a profit. And the reason why I say to start with OA is just because it's way smaller scale than getting into, a full wholesale business, or actually just even starting wholesale, because I'm going to get into wholesale in a second. But when you're starting that, you're going to have to be placing pretty big minimum order quantities when you first get started. Some suppliers will make you, pay $2,000, $3,000, $5,000 as your minimum order quantity. So with OA, you're able to spend a lot less to get started, so that when you're making those mistakes and you're learning how to prep, or even if you're going with a prep center, if you're doing certain things wrong, you didn't calculate out the prices correctly and it's actually going to cost more to ship, whatever the case is, you can make those mistakes early before you get into wholesale. Or maybe you get, taken off a listing. You're also going to learn about price drops a lot, reading Keepa charts to, see, okay, should I stay away from this product? It's probably going to come back down in price. So all those things, you're able to get that experience without having to place a $3,000 or $5,000 order with a wholesaler right away and then lose that. For a lot of you guys, that could be make or break right there. If you're only running on a $3,000 to $5,000 budget and you're losing a big portion of that right off the bat, that's definitely going to cut into how fast you can start scaling down the road. That's why I just think it's super important. Just start with OA, learn the basics of it, learn how to, whether you're prepping again on your own or you're sending it to a prep center, whatever it is, just know the motions of it and just learn how the business model really works at a very small scale. So then I kind of have 2 steps for step number 3, because you can kind of do this in any order. It's up to you. I would think about now starting to hire VAs for your OA business, because when you talk about getting into wholesale, you're not going to want to have too much to do on OA. You're not going to want to be doing the product research every single day. You're going to want people in place doing that for you and training a VA. So my recommendation would be to hire and train a VA and just get a full OA system down before you even get into wholesale. We also have VAs that will go and purchase the products for us, just so that we have to do none of that. We have someone that's checking for the products, sending it to someone that can look over the products, and then sending it someone that can actually go ahead and purchase those products. So again, I do recommend that. If you didn't want to hire right away, you could do the OA while you're starting wholesale as well. And that does lead me into the 4th point. And again, these are kind of interchangeable, whichever one you feel comfortable with. But then that last thing would be getting into wholesale and starting to call these wholesalers and opening up wholesale accounts. And this is stuff that's going to take a while too, because a lot of the times when you're opening up these wholesale accounts, you're going to have to be placing orders with them that probably at the end of the day break you even. And the reason why you're doing this is you need to kind of prove that you're legitimate to these wholesalers. You want to go ahead and open an account and place an order relatively quickly when opening the account, to know that you are serious, you are going to place an order. A big thing that they don't want, and you've probably heard from a lot of people, is don't tell them you're an Amazon seller, which I also advocate for. But again, they don't want to work with someone that keeps stringing them along, or asks a ton of questions right away, or is asking for discounts right off the bat and better pricing. You have to place that order. You have to kind of bite the bullet on the fact that you're going to lose some money to start, and then hopefully down the road, that's when you can unlock unlock better and better and better pricing and also spend more with them. So for just a quick recap, those are kind of, just to break it down into 4 simple steps, those are what you're going to kind of be looking at. Obviously, there's a lot that goes into each individual step, but we have a ton of videos on this channel that you can check out if you have any questions. You can also feel free to comment down below if you have any questions or anything you guys need help on. But I hope this video was beneficial. I'll see you guys in the next one.